Hazrat Essa was known as Yuzu, and as he cured lepers, he became known as Yuza Asaf.
The healer of lepers. So Yuzu Asaf, healer. So they gave him his name, and then from that, from Iran to Kashmir, he is remembered by the same name.
When he reached Gandhara, Mother Mary passed away. A tomb can be seen even today. The place of her death is now known as Muri and falls in Pakistan. The Acts of Thomas mentions the arrival of Jesus in the famous city of Takshila. These are the ruins of the famous university which was at Takshila. It was a great center of learning and Buddhist studies. King Gondophares was the ruler when Jesus had visited Takshila. From Takshila, Jesus reached Kashmir.
जरा जरा है मेरे कश्मीर का मेहमान नवाज, राह में पत्थर के टुकड़ों ने दिया पानी मुझे. Even the stones give water to pilgrims here. Kashmir is a land of, they say Rishwar, land of rishis.
The entire Kashmir is indeed a blessing of the divine. There is something in Kashmir which uplifts the soul. After all, there has to be some reason why Jesus Christ chose Kashmir to settle down. One of the reasons of Christ's arrival in Kashmir can be traced here. This is Gutli Bagh, about 50 kilometers from Srinagar. People are simple, hardworking, and efficient in whatever they do. What makes them different is that they are not original Kashmiris. Centuries ago, they came here from Afghanistan's side. They speak the Pashto language, but they have not forgotten that they are originally Jews from Palestine, the homeland of Jesus Christ. They call themselves Bani Israel. History tells us that out of 12 Jewish tribes, 10 had migrated away from Israel since 5 centuries before Christ. These scattered 10 tribes have been known as the lost sheep of Israel. Many of these lost Jewish tribes have got settled along the Silk Route, Afghanistan and up to Kashmir.
There are huge Jewish populations along the Silk Route. Afghanistan, most of the tribes in Afghanistan, the warlords, the Taliban, the Pashtuns, are all descended from the 12 tribes of Israel, and many are still known by their tribal names, their biblical names. And they wandered and settled across most of Afghanistan and what is now Pakistan, northern India, and Kashmir.
Gathering these lost sheep back in his fold was one of the missions of Christ's life. In the Bible, Jesus says, "Go not into the way of Gentiles, and into the city of Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel." Scholars suggest that the lost sheep of the house of Israel Jesus was referring to included these Jewish tribes which were settled in the regions adjoining Kashmir. These tribes are of a tall, robust frame of body with manly features. The women, fully formed and beautiful, with aquiline noses, and their features also resemble the Jews. Most of the Afghan tribes are the descendants of the Jews. He wanted to seek and save them. Therefore, it is no wonder that he proceeded towards Kashmir. This is the residence of Qutb Alam Badshah, the head Maulavi of Gutlibagh. Today, there is a big gathering to sing glory of the Lord. Qutb Alam Badshah presides over the function. The culture and tradition of Kashmiris are different from ours. We have not forsaken our traditions. Their eating habits, costumes and living style is very different from ours. So far, we have not had marital relations with them. Their culture is different. Ours is different. With the advent of modernity, this community is showing signs of change. They are opening up to new ideas. As India is developing fast in a globalized world today, the Kashmiris are also reaping rich dividends. There are several such communities of Bani Israel in Kashmir and India. These people of Jewish descendants have physical features which are strikingly different from other Indian communities. Some genetic studies are also being conducted which indicate the Jewish links. Experts have identified more than 90 tribal or caste names which are common both to Kashmir and Israel. There are a large number of terminologies in Kashmir which might be having Hebrew links. Mr. M.B. Alam lives in his residence at Gutlibagh. He is a scholar of the history of Bani Israel. We are Israelis, connected to Prophet Moses. Prophet Ibrahim had 11 children. Huda was the eldest. We are his descendants. We are Bani Israel. Our living style, food habits, traditions and even language is different from that of Kashmiris. When Jesus came to Kashmir, Buddhism held complete sway in the region. Together with Buddhism was existing the Vedic culture. So, it is but natural that most ancient records of the arrival of Jesus is found in Pali and Sanskrit documents.
The greatest evidence we have from Vaishya Mahapuran. Then we have the Chinese documents, glass mirror. We have Tibetan, we have Persian manuscripts also. We have manuscripts in Arabic and information about the thing. But the main information, the chief information is from the Sanskrit work Bhavishya Mahapurana.
Bhavishya Mahapuran is an ancient Sanskrit treatise and one of 18 major Puranas. According to some experts like Dr. Fida Hasnain, it was written in the 2nd century AD. This Mahapurana mentions a meeting of Essa Masih with King Shalivahan. Jesus is called Essa Masih in Sanskrit texts. Shalivahan was one of the major kings in Kashmir during the 1st century AD. He had established the rule of the Aryans on this side of the river Sindhu or Indus. The Purana says,
Ekadatu Shakadhisho Himatungam Shamayayo Honu Desasya Madhya.
One day, King Shalivahan went to the Himalayas. There, in the land of Ladakh, he saw a pious man in the mountains. His skin was fair and he wore white garments. The king asked the holy man who he was.
Ishaputram Chamama Vidhi Kumari Garbha Sambhavam.
The holy man replied, I am the son of God and am born of an unmarried woman. I have been sent as a prophet to the fallen ones. After the purification of the essence and the impure body, and after seeking refuge in the Vedas, man will pray to the Eternal. The holy man further said that he has been called Essa Masih. This is a very interesting document indeed. It clearly mentions the name of Essa Masih. It also speaks of him as the Son of God and born from an unmarried woman. Glass mirror is another ancient document mentioning the details of Jesus Christ as User Asaph.
The glass mirror is the history of religions written in Chinese, which was translated into Tibetan.
The glass mirror puts User Asaph on the same pedestal as that of Buddha. His teachings were similar to that of Buddha. It says, however, that the teachings and fame of User Asaph did not spread much out of Kashmir.
In Kashmir, we have mysticism. We have Silsile Rashiyan. That means Rashi order. Its base is Buddhist, Shaivist, and then Islamic. It is composite. Our great Rashi Laldet says, Mazan Hindu Musalman. Don't think in terms of Hindus and Muslims. Shiv Chi Thali Thali Vuchan. Shiva is looking upon you minutely. Turuke Chuk Yohezan. If you are intelligent, you must understand this point, that all human beings are same.
It is believed that when Jesus arrived in Kashmir, he first stayed near Pahalgaon. In these serene surroundings is located the famous shrine of Ash Mukam. This monument is known as the burial place and shrine of Baba Sheikh Zainuddin Rishi. He was one of the main saints of Kashmir's famous Rishi order. This entire mosque is constructed over a cave in the mountain. The cave has been used by sages, monks and saints since Vedic times. Kashmir's Rishi order starts from the Vedic sages. It was taken forward by the Buddhist monks and continued by the Muslim saints. It is a unique example of composite culture, which is the hallmark of Kashmir. Essa, or Jesus, is supposed to have lived in this cave when he first came to Kashmir. Ancient Rishinamas, or the chronicles of the sages, indicate towards this fact.